The first time she saved my life, I thought it was an accident. The second time, I knew it wasn't. And by the third time, I realized something that made my blood run cold. I was never supposed to survive in the first place. The alarm started before I even saw her. A piercing, mechanical scream that tore through the corridors of Med Bay 7, echoing off sterile white walls and flickering overhead lights. Containment breach in Sector C. Repeat, containment breach. I was already running. That's what you do when you're human in a place like this. You run first, think later. My name is Dr. Elias Varn, xenobiologist. Or at least, I was. No. I was just another human stationed on an alien medical outpost orbiting a dying star, working alongside species that didn't trust us and systems that failed more often than they functioned. We weren't there by choice. Humanity had signed the accords after losing the war. And part of those terms? We help. Wherever they needed us. Even if that meant places like Med Bay 7. Especially places like Med Bay 7. The first incident. I turned the corner too fast. That was my first mistake. The second? Not checking the containment logs before entering Sector C. Because if I had, I would have known something was already loose. The moment the door sealed behind me, the lights went out. Total darkness. Then, a sound. What? Heavy. Moving. My heart slammed against my ribs. System restore lighting, I said. No response. Of course. Because nothing ever worked when it mattered. The sound came again. Closer this time. I reached for the emergency light on my wrist. Activated it. And that's when I saw it. It wasn't supposed to be awake. Let alone free. A Class 7 bioform, unidentified, unstable, and very, very aggressive. It moved like liquid muscle, its surface shifting constantly, never settling into a fixed shape. And it was looking right at me. The accident. I didn't think. I ran. The creature followed. Fast. Too fast. I barely made it halfway down the corridor before it lunged. And that's when she appeared. Out of nowhere. 1 second the corridor was empty. The next, she was there. Between me and it. Stay back, she said calmly. Her voice didn't match the situation. Didn't match the chaos. Didn't match the fact that something capable of tearing through reinforced containment was inches away from her. But she didn't move. Didn't flinch. Didn't even raise her voice. The creature struck. And missed. Because she wasn't there anymore. Not exactly. For a split second her form shifted. Not physically. Not in a way I could fully understand. But enough that the attack passed through where she had been. Then, a pulse. Invisible. Silent. The creature froze. Collapsed. And just like that, it was over. The nurse. I stared at her. Trying to process what I had just seen. She turned to me. Are you injured? She asked. Her tone was clinical. Detached. Like we had just finished a routine procedure. No, I said slowly. I think I'm good. Good, she replied. Then she turned and walked away. Just like that. No explanation. No acknowledgement. Nothing. Her name was Lyra. At least, that's what the system said. Species classification? Unknown. Role? Medical support. Nurse. Which made absolutely no sense. Because whatever she had just done wasn't normal. The pattern. At first, I told myself it was a one-time thing. A glitch. A fluke. Something I misunderstood. But then, it happened again. And again. And again. Each time I was in danger. Each time something went wrong. Each time, she was there. Just in time. A containment seal failed. She pulled me out seconds before decompression. A chemical reaction went critical. She neutralized it before it reached me. A surgical unit malfunctioned. She shut it down before it could hurt me. At first I was grateful. Then, suspicious. Because coincidences only happen so many times before they stop being coincidences. The question. Why are you always there? I asked her. She didn't look up from her work. Where? When something goes wrong. That is my function, she said. No, I replied. That's not what I mean. She paused. Just for a moment. Then continued. Clarify. I stepped closer. You're not just reacting, I said. You're anticipating. Silence. Then, I am efficient. That wasn't an answer. The discovery. I started digging. Carefully. Quietly. Because asking the wrong questions in a place like this gets you noticed, and being noticed is dangerous. The system logs didn't make sense. Every incident involving me had inconsistencies, timing mismatches, data gaps, like something had been edited or erased. And at the center of it all, the truth begins. I found the first real clue in a restricted file, buried deep, encrypted, but not well enough. It was labeled Subject, Human Integration Variable EV, Elias Varn. Me. My pulse slowed. I opened it, and everything changed. Middle, the secret revealed. The file wasn't medical. It wasn't procedural. It was experimental. Objective, observe human adaptive response under controlled threat scenarios. Variable stability, increasing. Subject resilience, above projected thresholds. I stared at the screen. No, I whispered. No, that's not. But it was. The accidents, the breaches, the failures, they weren't random. They were planned. And the one constant in every scenario? Lyra. The realization. She wasn't saving me. Not really. She was managing the experiment, pushing me to the edge, then pulling me back. Over and over again. Testing something. Measuring something. I leaned back. Heart racing. You planned this? I said under my breath. All of it. Confrontation. I found her in the same place as always. Quiet. Still. Working like nothing in the universe could disturb her. You did it, I said. She didn't look up. Clarify. You planned the accidents. Silence. Then. Yes. No denial. No hesitation. Truth. What? Why? I demanded. She finally looked at me. And for the first time, there was something different in her eyes. Not detachment. Not calculation. Something closer to emotion. Because you are necessary, she said. For what? She stood. Stepped closer. Survival. The bigger picture. She showed me everything. Not through files. Not through logs. But directly. A projection. Space. Stars. Fading. Vanishing. Something is coming, she said. A familiar sentence. But this time, it felt different. Heavier. Real. Humanity adapts, she continued. Faster than any known species. And you needed proof, I said. Yes. So you tried to kill me? No, she corrected. I ensured you would survive. The truth about her. You're not a nurse, I said. No. What are you? She paused. Then. I am the failsafe. Ending, the final choice. Why me? I asked. Because you passed. Passed what? She looked at me. The threshold. I exhaled slowly. So what now? She stepped closer. Now closer than ever before. Now, she said softly, we prepare. Final ending, extended for retention. Days later, the station changed. No more accidents. No more tests. Just silence. The kind that comes before something big. I found her again. Standing by the observation window. Watching the stars. Or what was left of them. You knew all along, I said. Yes. And you still. I hesitated. Saved me. She turned. And this time, there was no detachment. No distance. Just honesty. I did not save you, she said. I chose you. I looked out at the darkness creeping across the galaxy. At the future we couldn't stop. Only survive. Was any of it real? I asked. The danger? The choice. Me? She stepped beside me. Close enough that I could feel that same strange, steady presence. Yes, she said. All of it. And for the first time since I arrived on Med Bay 7, I believed her. Because the truth wasn't that she had planned the accidents. The truth was, she had planned everything. And somehow, I was still alive. Not by chance. Not by luck. but because she decided I needed to be the end rocket.